The city of Charlotte, North Carolina is the setting for our broadcast tonight. And isn't the view magnificent? Thank DA, it's all.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much. What a great comeback story for Derrick Rose. His resilience over the years of injury.
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Rose. And it's Wood in at the 5 spot. And for Charlotte, they've got Washington. Terry Rozier is out there with Devontae Graham. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. Now here's Graham. And Graham throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And thinking back, Biyombo selected 7th overall because of the pre-draft measurements and workouts, which were unreal.
Well, he has a 7'6" wingspan, flashed tremendous speed for his size, but he also has showed a mature, positive attitude. He can speak 5 languages. Scouts came away impressed with his total package.
And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Rose dishes to Griffin. It's Biyombo with the rebound.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Washington kicks to Graham. And there's the pass to Biyombo. Shoots over Griffin. Shakes him. Biyombo. That's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
To the middle. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here we go, one-on-one. Three-pointer, Graham. They get the rebound. Biyombo, the pass to Bridges. Graham surveying the floor. Shot clock at 5. No good on the 3.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him in tough shots this quarter.
Tipped away and stolen by Biyombo. Rozier finds Washington. Three-pointer. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, this kind of hustle means a lot to Washington's teammates. It's why they enjoy playing with him.
Kennard, the pass to Rose. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Hornets leading by 6. Graham gets a wide open look. Trains the three-pointer. Graham's got 5 points so far. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Now, when you're a vet like Rose, you figure out ways to score inside, even as a guard.
Pass to Washington. Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
He stands only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Cody Zeller's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now Graham, he has 5. to the left side wing. Zeller inside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Playing with great energy. Zeller has the speed to drive.
Poked away. There's 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. Bacon the pass to Graham. To the paint. Here's Washington. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Washington's got 6 points.
You see fours like Washington all over the floor. The easiest shot, though, is normally inside.
There's Galloway. Graham defending. Washington passes to Bacon, and he jams it with authority.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
And so it's Charlotte, their lead at 11. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it...
This game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. If you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Hornets, Bacon is out there with McDaniels. Then it's Zeller. Then there's Batum. And it's Martin in at the point guard position. To the middle. Batum scanning the floor. Rebound, Detroit.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Round kicks to Maker. Passes it to McCray. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside for Batum. Back to Martin. From the arc. Batum passes to Zeller. Shot clock at 6. Here's Martin. Back to Zeller. Over Henson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
The younger brother of Tyler Zeller and former Suns big man Luke Zeller, Cody has a good chance to be the best of all three.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Blake Griffin had 2 more knee surgeries last season. Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said that the year before, they rode him like a cheap horse, in Casey's words, to make the playoffs. Griffin acknowledged his load may need managing down the road, saying, "I'm a believer in science. I'm going to listen to them and let them lead the way." Guys?
Smart perspective. David, thank you.
Yeah, Rozier has great vision on the floor and sees his teammate in the ideal situation.
And talk about playing small. Last year, Charlotte had Rozier and Devontae Graham on the floor together for much of the time. Both players right around 6'1". But you know what? They held their own.
Down low, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, incredible verticality from Bridges. He takes off over the defense and just buries the dunk.
Pistons trail by 13. Rose can't hit. And, of course, Rozier played a fair amount of off guard before he came to Charlotte.
And Kevin, back in Boston, he learned how to move without the ball, where to spot up. And those may have been hard lessons early on, but the development paid off. Rozier's become a much more versatile talent.
Rose finds Wood. Rose attacking. Wood with the bucket.
Well, Rose will generate points in any situation. Here he does it by feeding a wide open man.
Rose against Rozier. Pass to Biyombo. Plenty of space. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
Kennard for three. Zeller grabs the board.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
The shot's good from Bacon. Bacon's got 4 this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Rose. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Oh, man, he'll find a way to milk every point possible out of every possession, and if that means Rose has to get physical, he'll do it.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. McDaniels comes in for Cody Zeller, and Martin subbed in for Bacon. Rozier for 3. That shot missing, and Detroit the other way now. The pass to Mikhailuk. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Martin kicks to McDaniels. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 10. And stolen by Biyombo. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Mikhailuk passes to Henson. Griffin inside. Biyombo with the block. Here's Bridges. And that does it for the first half of play. Hornets lead. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. Things were going Charlotte's way from the beginning. They went to work early at both ends of the
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Wood out there with Griffin. And it's Rose in at the point.
Well, that's the burst that fans love to see from Rose. He's got a knack for blowing by defenders.
Washington. Pass to Rozier. Lays it up and banks it in. Rozier's got his first basket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here is Rose. He's got 13. Wood finds Rose. Shoots from 14. And it's off the back rim. No good. Hornets leading by 12.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Graham from outside. Rebound collected by Snell.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back. Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually, he drops those in between jumpers.
And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Pistons trail by 13. Outside Rose. Back to Kennard. To the inside. It's deflected. And stolen by Biyombo. And they're pushing it up. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Off target with his three. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Pass to Kennard. Rose in the post. Washington's on him. Griffin's shot is good.
Oh, Griffin's presence inside is enormous. It's impossible to hold him in check close to the bucket.
Graham finds Biyombo. Here's Rozier for the three. That shot off the mark.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Reverses, and there's the nice layup by Rose. Rose has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Detroit. Charlotte has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Rozier the pass to Graham. Here's the three. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 11.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second-chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And the dunk by Graham.
Oh, great ball movement from Bridges there. I mean, the self-awareness, the selfless attitude leading to the wide-open shot.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. For the Pistons, rebuild has been a dirty word. With all their injuries last season, staying in the playoff picture was out of the cards. This summer, with their highest draft pick in a decade, the Motor City is hoping it will be back in the fast lane soon. Guys?
Building up that talent base. Thank you, David. And the Hornets making a change here. Sellers checked in. Graham dishes to Bridges. Back to Graham. Pass to Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Serious verticality from Washington. Soars up to the rim and throws it down.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 13-point game. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Feeds to Bridges. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Graham's got 4 assists in the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Maker. The kick out to Rose. From 10 feet out, it's rebounded by Charlotte. 41 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Washington. Over Doumbouya. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When an instinctual scorer with a strong build, Washington puts opponents in compromising defensive positions.
And the Pistons making a change here. Knight's checked in. Pistons trail by 17. At the top of the key, Maker. It's stolen by Monk. Up top, Washington. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Overnight. And the Hornets miss again.
Even when the D is playing off of a mid-range jumper, shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
And Detroit has possession.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Here's Washington. Oh, my, what a slam right at the buzzer.
It was tough to question Washington's effort level on the floor. He's seemingly always ready to make a tough play.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets taking a 19-point. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Ante Graham is out there with Batum, and it's Bacon in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And stolen by Graham. 4-on-3 break. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges means that he'll be great in TV. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind, and man knows what he's talking about.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Galloway.
And in his 7th season out of St. Joe's, Langston Galloway seems to be coming into his own.
Yeah, shooting the ball with the best efficiency since he came into the association. He's bounced around, but now carving out a nice long career.
McDaniels, he's checked in for Washington.
And what I like about Galloway is that he knows his role. He doesn't play outside of himself. He's a dependable player.
There's the pass to Zeller. Can't cash in from close range. Pistons trail by 21. Kennard with the ball. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Biombo is checked in for Cody Zeller. Miles Bridges comes in for Dwayne Bacon. And Terry Rozier subbed in for McDaniels. And Detroit with a change here too. Makers checked in.
And the athleticism of Griffin, just remarkable. He's fantastic at using his elevation on the glass.
Swiped away. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
And the Hornets miss again.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Griffin's got 6 here in this quarter.
And it's easy to admire Griffin's game. He's excellent at absorbing the hit and muscling his way through contact.
Now, here's Rozier. Guarded close. Biombo. That's good. And the Hornets lead by 17.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
18 feet out. Griffin. And Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got 10 points here in the second half.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
On the wing, Batum. Rozier for 3. Here's Biombo. Graham from outside. And another shot. Puts up a 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Hornets.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that one's a stunner.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bridges passes to Batum. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
And here's Griffin. He kicks to Snell. 5 on the clock. Griffin inside, defended by Batum, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Pass to Bridges, now Monk. Inside, it's stolen by Maker. And now the Pistons fast break. Griffin passes to Maker. And he lobs it up. It's tipped. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to. And a look at the Knicks earlier on. Check out the focus they've got coming off that bump. And now the New York Knicks starters. They've got Elfrid Payton. Harkless is out there with Randall. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Barrett at the shooting guard position. And for the Pistons, at the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Rose is out there with Kennard. And it's Wood in at the 5 down low. Barrett finds Randall. Here's Payton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
New York moving the ball around. Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
And it's Rose penetrating. That's tipped. Up top, Harkless. Lets a floater go. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Rose. Floats it up for Rose. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Barrett slams it in.
R.J. Barrett's instincts make him dangerous in transition. Nicely done.
The number 3 pick back in the 2019 draft, RJ wanted to play for the Knicks. He knew it wouldn't be easy with all the turmoil last season. Boy, was that an understatement.
And the shot is good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Rose passes to Wood. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. And yes, it's good. Barrett's got 6.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
You know, Greg, you asked Barrett. He said he felt better prepared for the glare of the New York media after his one season at Duke because, you know, playing there is in the national limelight. You're on a star-studded team.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, and Trey Jones, the Knicks could use a little more star talent, though, if they're going to turn the corner.
Here's Kennard. The Knicks making the shot. Wood with the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Randall dishes to Gibson. Payton kicks to Barrett. Harkless on the wing. Passes it to Payton. Wood with the block. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Gibson. Here's Griffin. It's rebounded by Payton. The Knicks leading by 8. Here's Barrett. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
R.J. Barrett, still such a young talent in the NBA, but this is something this young man has dreamed about for as long as he can remember. He has the work habits and the commitment to be great.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Bobby Portis comes in for Randall. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Harkless. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Payton. Good.
You know, the easy one there. You know, Galloway able to read the defense, finding his man for the great setup. Pretty.
There at the pass to Ntilikina. Robinson kicks to Bullock. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the first. Barrett finds Robinson. Stolen by Jumboya. Maker with the ball. Robinson picks him up. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Maker misses.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Down low, here's Maker. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Maker's got his second bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Ntilikina kicks to Barrett. To the middle. Pass to Ntilikina. Stripped away. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And Brown throws it down hard.
You know, that one's set up nicely by Galloway. An impressive young player showing he belongs.
Nice shot by Portis.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Robinson with a clear path to the basket. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Doumbouya passes to Mikhailuk. Here's Brown. He's guarded by Bullock. Brown drives in. A second chance effort. Here's Maker over Robinson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Bobby Portis.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And the second free throw, good. And so it's New York in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get right back to the... Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what was a trying first year.
I hate losing, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least is an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court for the Knicks, they've got Portis. Knox out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Ntilikina in at the point guard position.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
A different look here for Detroit. Blake Griffin comes in for Thon Maker, and it's Luke Kennard in for Doumbouya. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Randall's checked in for Reggie Bullock. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Griffin with the steal. McCray kicks to Griffin. And there's the pass to Kennard. Oh, Griffin in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yet another way Griffin beats you. Great body control going up over the top. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Here's Kennard. Kicks it to Henson. Pistons passing it around. Clock at 6. Here's Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. A different look here for Detroit. Wood, he's checked in for John Henson. Tony Snell comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Rose in for Jordan McCray. The Knicks also changing it up. Taj Gibson's checked in for Bobby Portis. Harkless comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Payton in for Ntilikina. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Payton against Rose. Takes it from 10, and he hits the jump shot. Rose has got 6 points.
Well, that's about effort, carving space for the interior look. And one attribute we'll always talk about with Rose is the heart that he plays with.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
And it's Rose penetrating in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Boy, it took him a while to warm up, but since the second quarter, he's on fire.
Ellington kicks to Payton. He feeds it to Gibson. Payton dishes to Gibson. Over to the left wing. Here's Knox. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Pistons trail by 5. Derrick Rose again. Rose has got 6 here in this quarter. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
And Gibson sends it back. Wood can't hit.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Ellington. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, you combine size, aggression, and toughness, and you get Taj Gibson. My goodness, nicely done.
Outside Rose. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rose has got 14 points.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Here's Payton. And he converts the layup.
Well, that's really good strength on that finish by Elfrid Payton. Nice job to embrace the contact.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. New York was looking great right away. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14. And that.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
3rd quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Pistons. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Griffin is out there with Christian Wood. And it's Rose in at the 1. And that one, good. He's got 8.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Rose against Payton. Oh, Griffin in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's Payton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
One thing we know about Elfrid Payton, this guy has got supreme confidence. He will force the issue if he's this close to the cup.
For the Pistons, Makai Lucas checked in, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock comes in for Harkless. There's Galloway. Covered by Peyton. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Galloway.
He can catch you off guard at the rim. Galloway's creative, and he's got nice touch.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Mikhailu. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And playing alongside Zion Williamson at Duke makes it hard to stand out with your athleticism, but make no mistake about it, R.J. Barrett is a big-time athlete.
And Greg, I think maybe as impressive as what he brings from a physical standpoint is his commitment to put in the work, his understanding of what's required to be successful at the NBA. This guy has not only the physical tools, but the mental makeup and the work habits to be great.
Peyton outside. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
And give it up for the little fella on the inside there. Great rebound, even though he had to really fight for it.
To the paint. Here's Robinson. That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist. Robinson's got 6.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Pass to Galloway. Shot from 12. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
You know, the ability to stop and pop on a moment's notice is what makes him so deadly from that part of the floor.
Here's Randall. Bullock passes to Peyton. Here's Robinson. Wood with the block. They shoot again. Robinson kicks to Bullock. Back to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Long arms, tremendous athleticism, and pursuit of the basketball. Mitchell Robinson working the glass right now.
Passes it to Kennard. Here's Wood. Here's Mikhailu. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Off target with the open look. Pass to Bullock. Out to Peyton. New York moving it around. It's rebounded by Mikhailu. Pistons trail by 7. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Elfrid Payton.
You know, and that's just smart basketball. Galloway has got a solid build, so why not seek out the contact and get yourself to the free throw line? That's perfect.
So both teams making some changes here.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
It's picked off. Here we go, one-on-one. Jumboya dishes to Maker. Comes up empty down low. The Knicks leading by 5. Shoots from the baseline. Doesn't go for him. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Portis.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
Well, the big man, Taj Gibson, pretty assist there.
At the top of the key, Galloway. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Here's Smith. Rebound by the Pistons. McRae passes to Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And as we Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Knicks leading by 3. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. We've got Mo Harkless. Barrett is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Knox in at the 4 spot. And it's Bullock in the corner. Here's Portis. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. Knox. Kept alive by New York. Lets it go with a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Doumbouya passes to Rose. Feeds it to Maker. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
No one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
And Barrett gets it to go.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Stolen by Bullock. Now Barrett pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. For the Pistons, Henson's checked in for Thon Maker. And it's Blake Griffin in for Doumbouya. Randall's checked in for New York. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Harkless. Rose passes to Griffin. Here's McCray to the left wing. And stolen by Portis. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, the defense is smart to get close to Randall, but he powers through it anyway.
Rose attacking. He kicks it to Henson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Knocked loose. Griffin with the steal. Rose finds Griffin. Back to Rose. Oh, Griffin in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You know, Griffin is so sure of himself when he shoots it. That confidence really goes a long way. This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Left side Rose. Got a piece of it.
How about Randall with the send-it-back block? Nicely done, Julius.
Now the pass to Portis. And Henson sends it back. Rose attacking. Good work there as it goes.
We know this about Derrick Rose. He never ducks these moments. He's fearless, this guy.
Stolen away. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Wood, he's checked in for Henson. Luke Kennard comes in for McCray. And Knight subbed in for Rose. Then for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Bobby Portis. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Reggie Bullock. Kennard kicks to Knight. And Knight slams it in.
Now, this is what we love about Knight. He's a hard guy to rattle. The pressure, no problem.
Gibson. It's good on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Gibson unafraid in a big moment. What a big-time delivery.
Knight taking his time here. Left side, Griffin. It's stolen by Randall. All alone, and Harkless slams it in.
Boy, great gamble by Julius Randle. Sets up the transition game.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Here's Knight, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5.
Great intangibles, guys. Very smart guy. He rocked a 4.0 tonight back in his days at Kentucky.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Peyton kicks to Barrett. Wood against Gibson. Here's Randall. And the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, Julius Randle is getting to his spots and starting to really cook.
Here's Kennard. Up again. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. And Barrett slams it in.
R.J. Barrett at a critical juncture, no hesitation. Wow.
Kennard on the wing. Here's Mikhailuk. Off target from three-point range. Peyton kicks to Randall. Outside Gibson. Pass to Barrett. Back to Gibson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's an 8-point New York lead.
We know this. Taj Gibson loves getting physical. It doesn't matter how aggressive you are.
So it's New York picking up the win. And David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. The subway system in Manhattan, part of the experience here in New York. Welcome, everyone. Thanks, GA.
Hey, Kevin, the Knicks.
A little patience indeed. That's interesting. Thank you, David. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got Miles Bridges. Terry Rozier is out there with Devontae Graham. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Biyombo at the 5, roaming the paint. And for New York, they've got Barrett. Taj Gibson is out there with Randall. Then there's Payton. And it's Harkless in at the small forward position. Now here's Randall. Pass to Harkless. Shoots over Bridges. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. It's deflected.
This has to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end.
Payton passes to Barrett. Some nice passing by New York here. Harkless with it. Back to Gibson. And the layup is good. Gibson's got the game going here with the first basket for the Knicks. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there. Cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Shots good by Gibson.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
To the inside. Graham kicks to Washington. Rozier up top. The pass to Graham. Fires the 3. The shot misses. And New York the other way now.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps. Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Graham dishes to Biyombo. Here's Bridges. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And one of the things that stands out when you see Bridges, that explosive leaping ability.
Well, yeah, he gets off the ground quickly and makes adjustments in mid-air. There's a smoothness to his athleticism. He's still putting it all together, but there's a lot to work with. And it's exciting watching Bridges continue to grow. This guy has a hunger to keep getting better.
So New York ends up going with the new group. Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Hornets. Batum comes in for Washington.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And it's Rozier missing. New York with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Here's Ntilikina. Rozier defending. Ntilikina passes to Knox. Just 5 on the clock. So the wing on the left. New York needs to get off a shot. Robinson for 3. The Knicks rebound. Passes it to Knox. Now here's Bullock. Graham defending. Knox the pass to Portis. Second chance shot. Out of hand on it.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot block.
And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for New York. It's deflected. Now here's Graham. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Bullock. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hernan Gomez.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
And New York making a change here. Ellington's checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. And Bacon's checked in for Miles Bridges. Clock is at 3. Here's Portis. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hornets trail by 7. Outside, Batum. Inside, here's Rozier. Robinson with the block. Now, here's Bullock. Defended by Batum. Hornets with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Bullock. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Charlotte has gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Outside for Batum. Pass to Hernan Gomez. He gets that one.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
From deep three-point range, he can't get it to go. Good if it goes. And no good. And so it's New York heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done. Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis to explain the origin.
I think the underdog story, started.
And Greg Plain with a chip on his shoulder has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Batum is out there with Devontae Graham. And it's Bacon in at the 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Last season, during the hiatus, the Knicks did a retrospective of Linsanity. You remember that stretch in 2012. Jeremy Lin took the league by storm. He said he was floored to be recognized in such a fashion. And for New Yorkers who are going through so much, it was a chance to reminisce about some pleasant surprises. Guys?
Great, David. Thank you.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions and making an immediate impact in this league. Graham was a tremendous find in the second round.
Yeah, the 34th pick in 2018. Some scouts felt he had a low ceiling, but someone who never loses confidence because he's had to prove himself at every level. That makes you battle-tested, and it prepares you to affect winning.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Ando comes in for Bobby Portis. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Here's Washington. Zeller controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Kicks it out to Gibson. Barrett the pass to Gibson. New York moving the ball around. Here's Harkless. Randall finds Harkless. That one off the back iron and out. Hornets trail by 9. Here's Rozier. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Rozier's got his first points of the game.
A clever play. Rozier able to navigate through the contact to a strong finish.
The pass to Gibson. 13 feet away. Poke loose. Here's Barrett. And it's blocked. To the middle. Here's Rozier. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, I don't think you can stop Rozier just by getting physical. He's too single-minded a scorer to let that stop him.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
It was a tough first quarter for him, but it's been a different story here in the second.
To the paint. And Harkless with the basket on the assist from Payton. Payton's got 4 assists in the game. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Hornets. 7-point differential. Graham misses the layup. The Knicks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Back to Randall. Passes to Payton. Barrett with the ball. Rozier defending. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Barrett finds Gibson. Payton outside. Back to Gibson. Payton outside. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Wants to get it to Randall and does. Tries again. Trying to get open is Gibson.
Oh, great instincts there from Washington, reading the situation and rising up to spike.
Rozier the pass to Washington. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Payton. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Rozier against Barrett. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 5 there thanks to the basket from Rozier.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Pass to Zeller.
I see him.
Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, this is the kind of teammate Zeller is, willing to give it up when he has guys open.
Back to Gibson. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
There's Bacon. Makes it off the glass.
Oh, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
And it goes down 2 points. Randall's got 7 points.
The brutal strength of Randall, allowing him to finish right there through clear contact.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
You know, he should know better. A pass like that is going to wind up as a turnover more often than not.
Here's Robinson, and the quarter ends with some... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. New York was looking great right away. They staged a good old-fashioned ambush. And...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Taj Gibson is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Payton. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now Harkless. He's got 6 to shoot. Gibson passes to Randall. Nice move. No good from Gibson.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Graham with the bucket.
gets behind the D on the break, and the passes, I mean, it's there waiting for him.
You know, discussing Biombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, isn't it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes, only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around, and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year.
And Randall throws it down.
What I love about Randall is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
Bridges kicks to Green. And here is Payton. Here's Barrett. The quick look, no good that time. Hornets trail by 3. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Well, like most, Washington is at his best when he's attacking. And that defenders, I mean, that attitude draws fouls.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Biombo. Batum comes in for Miles Bridges. Martin's checked in for Devontae Graham. And Monk's subbed in for Rozier. Here's Knox. And he gets the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Serious verticality from Washington. Soars up to the rim and throws it down.
Pass to Ntilikina. Inside, the edge stolen by Hernan Gomez. And again, Charlotte running the court in transition. And finished off by Martin.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And here's Bullock from the arc. That shot off. And the Hornets now going the other way. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break basket.
Knox the pass to Robinson. Back to Bullock. Some nice passing by New York here. To the middle. Deflects the pass. The edge stolen by Hernan Gomez. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Martin with the ball. And it's good. 2 points. Now it's a 5-point Charlotte lead.
That's just years of experience coming into play. Batum's aggressiveness and basketball savvy, I mean, it puts defenders in difficult spots.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And so it's New York with it. And it's Bullock in the corner. Trying to get open is Robinson. And just miss after miss right now. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Martin. And the layup's good off the glass. Martin's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hornets.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
The Knicks making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. McDaniels, he's checked in for the Hornets. Here's Ntilikina. And the Knicks miss again.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Here's Robinson. And he lays it straight in.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
And that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That is his first foul of the game. Randall's checked in for Reggie Bullock. Batum attacking, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Randall, it falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Let the big man eat. Give it to Randall there, and he's locked in on scoring.
And then Monk with the dunk.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Knox the pass to Nilikina. On the wing, Ellington. Robinson kicks to Nilikina. Here's the dish to Randall. Here's Knox. The putback. And he hits the buzzer beater. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Hornets lead by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Terry Rozier is out there with Bacon, and it's Bridges in at the small forward. Here's Rozier. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. A shot by Ellington, no good.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And see, really, because of that raw athleticism, Rozier was a mid-first round pick back in 2015. And you can see, though, that skill set is evolving.
Well, that's why Charlotte gave him the 3-year, $58 million contract. I mean, the feeling is he's still reaching his full potential. We saw signs of growth last year.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Feeds to Barrett. With the second effort. Goes up again. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Knicks. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Shot by Zeller, no good. And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Gibson passes to Randall and stolen by Biyombo. And a fast break now for the Hornets. This is to Zeller. That one goes in. And the Hornets lead by 2.
He has great body control for a big man. Zeller takes the hit, but keeps on finishing.
There's Bacon. Now the feed to Bridges. The pass to Bacon. For 3. It's tipped. It's stolen by Randall. Oh, and the jam by Barrett.
This guy is a fantastic athlete. Barrett looking like a man on a mission with that slam.
And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. Barrett kicks to Randall. Pass to Harkless. New York moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Lobbed up there for Gibson. And stolen by Biyombo. And a fast break now for the Hornets. The shot's good from Bacon.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half. And they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
And he recovers it. Payton outside. Gibson with it. Working on Biyombo. Another shot. No good from Gibson. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Bridges passes to Biyombo.
Hey, right here.
Here's Bacon. Barrett covering. The shot's good from Bacon.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Randall. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the inside. Here's Biyombo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 6-point Hornets lead.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
Harkless kicks to Barrett. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Bridges passes to Biyombo. And the dunk by Biyombo.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
In perfect timing, with a small lead, they're doing all they can to protect it.
And the Knicks miss again. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Hornets.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
It's amazing how far Randall has come. I mean, from a role player to budding star, and he's not done yet.
Biyombo trying to break free. Banked in off the glass. Zeller's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hornets. Here's Payton. And he banks in the layup. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bridges kicks to Rozier. Jacks up a 3. Knicks with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
No one near Payton as he lets it go. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Biyombo down low, working on Gibson. It's stolen by Barrett. Here's Harkless. And the miss. And so it's Charlotte with the win. They came in here and took care of business like... And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to two. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Devontae Graham. Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Rozier in at the 1. And for Detroit, at the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Rose is out there with Kennard. And it's Wood in at the center position. Now, here's Rozier. Biyombo finds Graham. Rozier with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Here's Washington, down to 5 on the shot clock. Great look, but off the mark. And it's Rose with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
Bridges, no one around him. They get it back. Here's Biyombo. Wood with the block, and he gets it back.
I love the defensive intensity from Blake Griffin on that play.
And here are the Pistons now. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Graham. Here's Washington. Tips it up. It's good on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's Rose. Out to the right wing. Back to Wood. Biyombo with the block. And he's able to get it back. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Rozier against Rose. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Here is Rose. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Passes it to Griffin. Now the pass to Snell. Oh, Griffin in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I mean, on those alley-oop plays from Blake Griffin, you can't give him room to take off.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Rose surveying the D. There's the lob to the hoop. Rozier with the steal. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Graham, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well. And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now, here's Maker. Back to Galloway. Pass to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Launches it. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
Platoon passes to Zeller. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Kennard. Pass to Maker. Back to Kennard. Griffin trying to get open. Kennard kicks to Maker. There's the dish to Galloway. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Charlotte has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Bacon's shot is off. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And the basket by Maker.
Absorbing contact and finishing through it. Maker's been adding strength to his frame.
Here's Batum. And the jam by Nicholas Batum. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Galloway. Griffin trying to get open. Here's Maker. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
This is what you get from Maker, a legit 7-footer who brings the energy.
And Griffin sends it back. Zeller finds Washington. And the dunk by Zeller.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Hornets up. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Detroit. Brown out there with McRae. Then it's John Henson. Then there's Doumbouya. And it's Mikhailuk in at the small forward. But they get it back. Outside for Batum. Pass to Rozier. 5 on the clock. Plays it up and banks it in. Rozier's got the lead up to 3 now for Charlotte.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
To the paint and stolen by Zeller. Outside Batum. Bucket is good.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Doumbouya kicks to Brown. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And that's a foul called on Jordan McRae. That is his first foul of the game. Biyombo is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And the pass to Biyombo. Zeller dishes to Bridges. Rebound, Detroit.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And the jam by Doumbouya.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now, here's Rozier. Here's Biyombo. Over Rose. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Rose.
It's hard to try to stop D. Rose when he's committed to...
Oh!
Yes! Yes!
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now here's Rose. Snell, the pass to Wood. Stolen by McDaniels. Here's the break. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
And the shot goes in. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's McDaniels. The shot, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 1 in the bucket from McRae.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
There's Bacon. The putback. Clanks the putback jam. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pistons making a change here. Griffin's checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. Martin's checked in for Bacon. Now here's Rose. He has 6. Outside Griffin. Back to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Snell dishes to Griffin. Shoots over McDaniel. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A different look here for Detroit. Akers checked in for Christian Wood. Luke Kennard comes in for Doumbouya. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. McDaniels passes to Biyombo. And it's Biyombo with the jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
So it's the Pistons now after the basket by Charlotte. Outside Martin. Knocks it loose. Low block shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Now here's Brown. Left side, Griffin. Inside, stolen by McDaniels. It's 2-on-1. Here's Bridges. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, and the confidence Bridges plays with, really admirable. This guy knows he has the talent to compete in the NBA.
Both free throws good from Bridges. Brown dishes to Henson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game. The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 7 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Martin. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Martin's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hornets. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the 3rd quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. And for a team that's never made the conference final, Shaq, it's no wonder the Hornets have also never had a... And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Bismack Biyombo. What a contribution.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. P.J. Washington is out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Graham in at the shooting guard position.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Pistons. Trailing here by 8. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
I'll tell you, that's the one thing. Hustle. Blake just outworking everyone to the ball.
Graham, the pass to Biombo. Can't connect from short range. Pistons shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal. Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Kennard with the rebound. Pistons trail by 6. Here's Rose. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
The heart from Rose didn't quit on the play, and his efforts are well rewarded.
A different look here for Detroit. Doomboy is checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Jordan McRae in for Kennard. And then for Charlotte, Zeller is checked in for Biombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Rozier. Graham with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Picked him clean. A fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Zeller. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Zeller's got 6.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now here's Rose. Graham with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Bacon the pass to Zeller. And Griffin sends it back. An even 3-on-3 break. Rose against Graham. Left side Rose. Over Graham. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 11. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
McRae kicks to Doumbouya. Pass to McRae. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Rose. To the inside, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. A different look here for Detroit. Akers checked in for Christian Wood. Brown comes in for Doumbouya. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here's Bacon. It's stolen by Brown. 1:09 left in the third. Pass to McRae. Back to Brown. The Pistons working the ball around now. In the corner, it's Griffin. Batum with the steal. That one falls. Batum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Galloway finds Griffin. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Griffin's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's a rough way to make a living, but somebody has to do it. Blake Griffin absorbing a lot of contact in the painted area.
Now here's Zeller. And Akers sends it back. And he recovers it. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Brown. Outside Griffin. Over Washington. And that one hits back iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul. He got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Charlotte in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Then it's John Henson. Then there's Brown. And it's Mikhailuk in at the power forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Graham. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. And the Hornets lead by 13.
Nice awareness there, finding the open man down the court on the break.
Rozier against Brown to the wing right side. Snell, the pass to Henson. And it's Biyombo with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Here's Mikhailuk following the bucket by the Hornets. Passes it to Henson. His first shot coming late. It's not going to go for him. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. To the middle. And Zeller kicks to Bridges. They get it back. And the dunk by Zeller.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Here's Rozier. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Wood, he's checked in for Detroit. Rose comes in for Brown. Kennard against Graham.
Out of bounds.
And again, Detroit turns it over. They have yet to put up any points here in the 4th. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. He feeds it to Zeller. Graham, the pass to Biyombo. Zeller with it, defended by Henson. Shot by Zeller, no good. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. 19-point game over Rozier. Detroit, no good that time either.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Now here's Rose, following the miss by Miles Bridges. Rozier with the steal. And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for John Henson. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Washington's checked in. The Pistons have gotten off to a rough start in the 4th quarter here, going 0 for 4 so far.
That's a good opportunity, but he needs to go up a little stronger, in my opinion.
Biyombo, the pass to Washington. And the shot goes down. Washington's got his first bucket in this one.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Now here's Graham, following the miss by Griffin. And they pick up 2. Graham's got 10 points here in the 2nd half.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Rose up on top. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Sinks that one from the post.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hornets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying
win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
So it's the Pistons now, following the bucket by the Hornets. Rose, that's good.
Derek is just exceptional in the paint. A gifted scorer amongst the trees.
Rozier, the pass to Washington. He kicks it to Graham. The three ball. The shot, no good. And the Pistons now going the other way. Kennard finds Rose. Back to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Over Rozier. Derrick Rose again.
Defense all over him. He keeps his cool because of his strength and size at that position.
And here's Charlotte. They're on a 16-6 run. Graham, the pass to Rozier. No good from outside. Griffin looking it over. Off target at the rim. And here is Graham. Fires from deep. Biombo. That's good.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The subway system in man. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Rose is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Wood in at the center position. And for the Knicks, they've got R.J. Barrett. Julius Randle is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Gibson in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Barrett finds Payton. And he finishes nicely on the way up.
Very hard to stay in front of Elfrid Payton. This guy has got the speed to get by defenders.
Outside Rose. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's Payton. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's two things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
And Doris, while he's kind of welcomed the spotlight of playing in New York, off the court, R.J. Barrett more of a homebody.
Right, and I love that because this is a young man who's committed to his craft. All of his energy is on becoming the best NBA player he can possibly be. But Greg, 100% correct. He's got the temperament and maturity to face the pressure of New York.
Here's Payton, following the score by Derrick Rose. Barrett kicks to Payton. Harkless with it. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And that one's good, Griffin.
And how about Griffin continuing to own the paint? A fantastic power forward with good touch from there.
Now here's Harkless. Back to Payton. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Barrett, no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Now here's Gibson, following the miss by Derrick Rose. Oh, that's blocked, and he gets it back. Randle passes to Harkless. Goes back up. That shot missing.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Rose kicks to Griffin. Pass to Kennard. Oh, Griffin in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yet another way Griffin beats you. Great body control going up over the top.
Payton finds Harkless. Here's Gibson. Rebound, Detroit. One-on-one fast break. Rose scanning the floor. Fires from the line. That's good on the jump shot. Rose has got his second basket of the game. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul goes against New York.
A primary scorer for his team. Griffin also has a knack for drawing fouls on the way up.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Ntilikina. .51 seconds left in the first. Knox. Portis trying to free himself. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, this is where Mitchell Robinson can make his impact on the offensive end. Get the putback with that verticality.
Galloway kicks to Brown. Pass to Griffin. Brown right side. And that one's good. Griffin's got 8 points.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Ntilikina passes to Robinson. Got a piece of it to the left side wing. Ntilikina can't hit. Here's Galloway. And that one released in time, but no good. Blake Griffin getting it done for the Detroit Pistons. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the floor for Detroit, McCray is out there with Brown. Then there's Doumbouya. Then there's Maker. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3 slot.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Portis, the pass to Robinson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the rim-running Mitchell Robinson, the league leader in field goal percentage, Greg, in his second season.
Maybe the most athletic 7-footer in the game. I mean, his lob finishing sucks in the defense, creating so much space out on the floor for his teammates.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Knicks. Henson's checked in for Detroit. Here's McCray. Ellington defending. Wide open. Robinson pulls it in.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Ntilikina passes to Robinson. Passes it to Portis. Here's Bullock. Now Ellington. And taken away by Brown. Here we go, one-on-one. McCray kicks to Maker. The pass to McCray. The Pistons working the ball around now. Brown dishes to Maker, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Kennard, he's checked in for Doumbouya. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Count the basket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ntilikina looking it over. Now here's Bullock. He's guarded closely. Over Kennard. And it's Bullock missing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And that one drops. Kennard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pistons.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. McCray passes to Maker. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Pistons shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. So New York ends up going with the new group. And then for Detroit, Wood, he's checked in for Thon Maker. Tony Snell comes in for McCray. And it's Rose in for Brown.
Well, absolutely fearless. And this is one thing you can say about Derrick Rose. He's never had trouble converting in the painted area.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Pass to Wood. Floats it up for Rose. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Rose against Payton. Back to Kennard. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. Here's Randall. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, defense is smart to get close to Randall, but he powers through it anyway.
Outside Rose. The shot will not fall. The Knicks go the other way with it.
And a star player at Kentucky, Julius Randle, selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early, but Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA, and that, to me, is where he can make his mark.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And New York making a change here. Knox is checked in. Knicks trail by 10. Payton passes to Randall. He kicks it to Barrett, and here is Payton. And here's Barrett. Lock at 6. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Detroit leading by 10. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Mikhailuk. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Payton kicks to Harkless. The jam by Harkless.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Mikhailuk. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They never put themselves in too much danger. 4 points. And that does it for our half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You gotta like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Handle out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then it's Barrett, and it's Harkless in at the 3. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. With the shot. Knicks with the rebound. Payton right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Payton's got 6.
Boy, a nice, efficient finish for Elfrid Payton. Boy, that'll help your percentage, gentlemen.
Rose gets the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 12.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Griffin passes to Rose. Good D by Payton. The Knicks shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Here's Barrett. Harkless. It's good on the putback. Harkless has got it back down to within single digits for the Knicks.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Rose. Good.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Here's Barrett, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And R.J. Barrett setting records in the ACC for scoring as a freshman. Talk about his offensive package.
Well, Greg, for me, this guy is wired to score. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, and he can pass it. And I think he's at his absolute best when he's attacking the rim.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Portis comes in for Randall. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And Ellington is subbed in for Payton. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for R.J. Barrett. And a switcher also for Detroit. Mikhailuk is checked in. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Brown. Ntilikina kicks to Robinson. Now here's Bullock. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Yep, that one goes in there.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Detroit leading by 7. He lobs it up. Henson the pass to Brown. Takes a 3. Mikhailuk can't get it to go.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Portis. Yep, that one goes.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Looking for Henson. He gets it there. Now here's Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Detroit, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. Kevin Knox is checked in for the Knicks. Detroit also making some changes. Doomboy is checked in for Henson. And Langston Galloway subbed in for McCray. Passes to Robinson. At the top of the key, Knox. Bullock with it. Back to Knox. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way, and he makes that one. And the Pistons lead by 9.
Well, the pass to set up that bucket was terrific. Fired it right up the court. Didn't allow the defense to react in time. Nice.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Griffin's checked in for Brown. And the basket by Maker. Maker's got 6.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Bobbed up there for Robinson. Now Detroit moving it up. Galloway with the bucket.
Just streaking in. Galloway making the most of that one.
Knicks trail by 11. Outside Portis. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. Robinson misses. The Pistons have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Here's Griffin. There's the pass to Mikhailuk. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Ellington grabs the miss. Here's Bullock. Portis kicks to Bullock. Three-pointer Ellington. Can't get it to fall. And so is Detroit, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in there. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And for the Knicks, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Then it's Christian Wood. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Galloway in at the shooting guard position. Count it, good. 8 points for Elfrid Payton.
Well, in the pick and roll, Elfrid Payton trying to advance his skill set. Nice play right there.
Here's Rose. Good on the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 11.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And Randle throws it down.
Well, the emphatic finish from Julius Randle. Get off your feet, young sir.
Down low. Griffin kicks to Wood. Outside Rose. Lays it up off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Rose with the double team. Payton against Rose. Payton, that's good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Rose and Detroit again with the bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now Barrett to the paint. Robinson kicks to Barrett. Gets a hand on it. Randle on the follow.
Well, Julius Randle knows how to get to the offensive window and create shots.
Galloway taking his time here. Puts it up from 15. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Wood's got his first 2 points.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Barrett the pass to Robinson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Mitchell Robinson brings a level of toughness on a nightly basis. Love getting inside and seeing him invite the contact.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Reggie Bullock comes in for Barrett. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Doubled by Knight. Back to Payton. Fires for 3. Knight grabs the board.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the jam by Doumbouya.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Gibson dishes to Harkless. Kicks to Payton. Randle left side. Pass to Harkless. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
To the middle. And the basket by Maker. And the Pistons lead by 12.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint. And make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Pistons.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Derrick Rose.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Here's Mikhailuk, defended by Harkless. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. That shot misses. Now the Knicks take it the other way. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bullock passes to Gibson. Payton the bounce pass. Randall kicks to Harkless. And Harkless slams it in.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Right wing. Shoots it up. Can't nail the jumper. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an out.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For A beautiful look at down. And now the New York Knicks starters. Harkless is out there with Randall. Then it's Barrett. Then there's Payton. And it's Gibson in at the 5 down low. And for the Hornets, we've got Bismack Biyombo. Bridges out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Rozier in at the point. Now, here's Barrett. To the wing right side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gibson. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Graham. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Graham's got the first basket of the game for Charlotte.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Here's Barrett. And Rozier pulls it down. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets.
And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
Graham finds Biyombo. Barrett brings the double team. It's stolen by Barrett. And pushing it up, here's New York. And it's Payton. That time on the assist from Barrett.
Yeah, you got to run with Elfrid Payton. If he has the ball or if he doesn't, he likes to get out in transition.
Graham, the pass to Biyombo. Wants to get it to Randall and does. Here's Barrett, shoots over Graham, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Now that's aggressive play from R.J. Barrett, and that's how you finish, even through contact. There's a tremendous demand in the NBA right now for the kind of build that R.J. Barrett gives you at that guard position. So sturdy, so strong, and he has a chance to be one of the best guards in the league for many years to come.
And it's Washington missing.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now, here's Barrett. New York moving it around. And Gibson kicks to Barrett. 5 to shoot. Payton against Rozier. No defense, and he shoots. That one, no good. And the Hornets now going the other way. And Brent, some breathless comparisons for R.J. Barrett. People throwing out names like Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady.
I mean, that's a ton of optimism around names like that. But this young player has a drive and a will. And I think he has the kind of composure to show you what he's made of. And if it reaches anywhere near those other players, Kevin, he's going to have one heck of a career.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Cody Zeller's checked in for Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for R.J. Barrett. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Now here's Graham. He's got 5. Dishes it to Zeller. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And he's fouled on the shot. It misses, so a couple of free throws here, almost a chance for a three-point play.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Now, here's Washington. No points in the game yet for him. Graham finds Batum. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Bullock. Here's Ntilikina. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Graham, the pass to Zeller. That one drops for him.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Left side, Portis. A putback. It's good on the putback.
That's Robinson dominating on the inside to capture the board and go right back up.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Knicks out front. They lead by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And New York, looking at who they've got. Ntilikina out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Knox in at the 3 spot. Portis kicks to Ellington. And he banks in the layup. Ellington's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Knicks.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Batum passes to Bacon. Back to Batum. To the inside. Zeller. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Passes it to Knox. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
And the Knicks making a change here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Reese Harkless comes in for Portis. R.J. Barrett's checked in for Kevin Knox. And it's Payton in for Ntilikina. Back to Harkless. Zeller against Barrett. Here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
And that's a good heads-up play there from R.J.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 8-point game. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Barrett finds Gibson, and the foul on Dwayne Bacon. That is his first foul of the game. Martin's checked in for the Hornets. And a switcher also for New York. Julius Randle's checked in for Wayne Ellington. Pass to Barrett. Here's Randle, covered by Martin. Back to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
Yeah, RJ's movement right there did a great job of keeping the defense off balance, and he worked to create that opening.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
They grab their own miss. And Zeller kicks to Bridges. Great D that time from Gibson.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And here is Harkless. Peyton left side. Here's Gibson. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Rozier. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Taj Gibson picks one up.
It's nice to see Rozier being the aggressor, dictating the action, putting the defender on defense.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Zeller. Batum comes in for Dwayne Bacon. And Martin subbed in for McDaniels. Inside. Gibson down low. Hernan Gomez on him. Here's Bullock. Randall on the follow. Randall's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Randall not giving up on that play, smells that one out, grabs the ball, and gets 2 more.
Here's Bridges. Tries again. No good from Hernan Gomez.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
For New York, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Well, you can count on R.J. Barrett to come at you night after night. He plays with a lot of determination, and at some point will lead a ball club.
Bobby Portis is checked in for the Knicks. Kevin Knox comes in for Peyton. Snatched up and finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts on the offensive glass.
Portis, the pass to Barrett. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Portis. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Both teams will make substitutions. Now Graham. He's got 7. Robinson with the block.
Such good instincts from Robinson there to throw that one away.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
The clock runs out, and we're hit. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Kent, for the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They were always within striking distance. 5 points with... And that does it for our half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Devontae Graham. What a contribution.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
P.J. Washington is out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Graham in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
And Julius Randle dropping a few pounds since he came in the league. He still brings an old school physicality to the game.
He's a good rebounder and a good finisher in the paint. Still trying to develop GA using that offhand and trying to have some touch around there with the right. That'll be a critical skill moving forward, but he has other ways to get at you offensively.
Malik Monk, he's checked in for the Hornets. Second shot opportunity. Bridges misses.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Randall with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Shot from 16, and it's Graham missing.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Payton finds Randall. Payton left side. And there's Randall on the assist from Payton. Randall's got 6 points in the quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
5 on the clock. Here's Ellington. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Washington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's blocked.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
And there's the pass to Randall. Some nice passing by New York here. Payton outside. Banked in off the glass. Payton's got 4 points this quarter.
Payton being aggressive, a mindset that the coaches have encouraged with him. Stay aggressive out there.
Rozier lays it up and banks it in.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Payton passes to Ellington. Robinson kicks to Payton. Robinson down low. He's covered by Zeller.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there. So the Knicks fans looking for any ray of hope, and it doesn't have to come at the hands of high-level draft choices. Mitchell Robinson is one of those young players right now for them who's showing a ton of promise.
Ellington, the pass to Randall. It's good. Randall's got 12 points in the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And the basket by Rozier. And Robinson, a second-round pick for the Knicks. Brett, he has been a steal.
I agree with you. He started playing basketball in 8th grade, so you wonder how much more unlimited and untapped potential does Mitchell Robinson have at this position.
Graham with the ball. Robinson picks him up. Here's Zeller. Robinson with the block.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And it's Graham missing.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Randall with the bucket.
Now Randall right now going to town on the defense and taking over this game.
And there it is for him. Bacon's got his first bucket in this one.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Back to Harkless. Pass to Randall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Randall, tough guy to guard here as he uses that frame to earn another trip to the free throw line.
And the first one drops. And some changes here for the Hornets. Biombo, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. Miles Bridges comes in for Dwayne Bacon. And it's Batum in for Rozier. Knox, he's checked in for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock comes in for Wayne Ellington. Bridges misses.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The Hornets have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
You know, what I love about Bridges is just the all-around game. He scores, rebounds, passes, and defends well, too. Just an exciting young prospect.
Here's Knox. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 21.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second-chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
And so it's New York with a 19-point advantage heading into. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. New York leading by 19 points. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Portis is out there with Knox. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Then there's Elfrid Payton. And it's Barrett at the 2 guard. Four on the shot clock. Portis can't get it to go. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And there's Bridges on the assist by Batum.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
Bullock passes to Barrett. Payton outside. Back to Barrett. Passes it to Payton. To the paint. Here's Knox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, that kind of activity from Kevin Knox is going to pose some problems for the defense.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And the Hornets making a change here. Martin's checked in, and New York with a change here too. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Elfrid Payton. Here's the floater. Barrett the pass to Knox. Down low. Portis kicks to Bullock. Here's Ntilikina. The second chance effort. Count that one. And the Knicks lead by 21.
Now Frank looking better and better here on the offensive end.
It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Bridges misses.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And Barrett slams it in.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. And he gets it to go. Bridges has got 4 points this quarter.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Ntilikina kicks to Bullock. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Knox. New York moving it around. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Reese Harkless comes in for Frank Ntilikina. Hornets trail by 21. Here's Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. To the inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The finish, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants the rock, especially near the rim.
Here's Gibson, and it's good for 2.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And Barrett slams it in.
And Barrett will give you these kind of flashes. He got up that time.
Biyombo finds Bridges. Biyombo, that's good.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Left side, Portis. The pass to Harkless. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Back to Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Barrett's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, Barrett with nice touch down there as the lefty was able to negotiate the little room that he had.
Here's Batum. Pass to Martin. The floater. Here's Biyombo.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Knicks.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Julius Randle.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Biyombo. B.J. Washington comes in for Bridges. Devontae Graham's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Martin. And a new group in for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Damian Dotson comes in for Portis. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Reggie Bullock. Throws it up high. New York again turning it over.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Here's Graham. High post, Hernan Gomez. Pass to Ntilikina. Now Smith. Over in the corner, Harkless. From deep. New York, no good that time either. Can't connect. So no problem for New York as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.